Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to your own channel Midu Study. I am your friend Ashutosh from I am Indore, and friends, in Midu Study we are discussing various management subjects in a very simple way. This is human resource management or HRM module in which we are discussing about various concepts of HRM. We have already done 4 videos on HRM friends. Video number 1 was on first topic, introduction to HRM, and after that on human resource planning or manpower planning we had 3 videos. Video number 2 on introduction to HRP, video number 3 on techniques of demand forecasting, and video number 4 on techniques of supply forecasting. With that, our 2 chapters or 2 important concepts got over. Today we are going to start concept number 3, which is job analysis and job design, and this again will be covered in 3 videos, video number 5, 6 and 7. Let us start with today's video, which is about job analysis. Let's understand what is job analysis. So, job analysis is a systematic process of identifying and documenting the important functions involved in a job, task required for the job, skills and ability needed to perform this task. Let us see the important parts in this definition. Number 1, it has to be a systematic process. Means not any random thing which is happening. Proper system, proper defined way it has to happen. Then you need to do 2 things. First, identify. Identify what? Various functions involved in a job, task in a job and skills. After identifying, then document them. So, job analysis includes this complete thing. Identifying your parts of the job, task, skills for the job and documenting them. That completes your part of job analysis or basic definition of job analysis. Let us study the scope of this job analysis. So, job analysis when we are doing, as we said that in this we will talk about your skills of the person, tasks that he is doing, abilities that he need to have, and this can impact or have scope on 4 elements. First is your HRP or human resource planning, which we have already done, which meant our manpower planning, where we were concerned about checking the demand and checking the supply and all that, forecasting, balancing, surplus, shortage. Refer our video numbers 2, 3, 4 for that, and you will be clear on these concepts. Next, after you have identified or done the manpower planning, you need to recruit or select in case you have shortage. What is recruitment and selection? Let me tell you the difference. Detail, we will have a complete chapter on recruitment and selection. So, recruitment means creating a pool of eligible candidates. So, for example, you have opening for designer in your particular company. Through Naukri, through LinkedIn, through company website, through referrals, through various sources, you recruited 40 candidates. Means you have created a pool of 40 candidates whom you will be interviewing. After that, from those you will be selecting 1 candidate, or maybe basis the requirement 2 candidates. That is selection. So, recruitment means creating that pool. Selection means finally onboarding a particular employee. After an employee comes to you, you also need to take care of their training and development. That takes part in the training and development module. Third part, we will have complete detail on this as well. And fourth, we need to also take care of compensation and benefits. What kind of wages and benefits will be given, any monetary benefits, non-monetary benefits, rewards, all that. So, all these 4 combine to form our job analysis. What is the process of job analysis? So, job analysis is basically a 5-step process. See, very easy to define. Whenever you do something, first task is, before starting the job, you need to define the purpose or objective. Why I am doing it, or what key result I am expecting, what is the purpose behind this task. So, first you need to determine the purpose of job analysis. Once you have determined the purpose, in second step, you need to communicate the objectives to all the people concerned. Reason why it is important is, you will be asking people various questions for this particular process. If you are not communicating the objectives, there might be some resistance that comes from them. So, you need to communicate them, what are your objectives. After you have done, then after that start conducting your job analysis. Conducting job analysis, there are various methods we will study subsequently in this particular video only. Fourth, after conducting the job analysis, make the job description and job specification. This we will discuss in next video, what is job description, what is job specification in great detail. And after that, once you have made JD and JS, you need to maintain it and update it from time to time. So, these 5 steps are your process of job analysis. Information collection for job analysis. So information collection of job analysis can be categorized into three parts. Each have some specific information which is done. Job content, job context and job description. Let us study each of them in detail. What is meant by job content? So job content has your 4 items. One is what will be the duties of employee, basic duties. See, every job, every particular employment position has some key responsibilities, some key tasks that that person need to deliver. That duties of employees are defined in your job content. Next, machines, tools and equipment required. So for working on that particular job, what kind of machines, tools and equipments that person will be requiring. Third, additional tasks to be performed. Many times along with the standard task, some additional tasks also needs to be done. That also form a part of our job content. Fourth, training required. To be able to do that job, any specific training that person required form a part of your training required and is the fourth element of job content. After you have worked on job content, then you need to define the job context. Job context again has your 5 elements. First, what will be the working conditions? Means basic working conditions which will be there. How many working hours will be there, working days will be there, what kind of setup and facilities you will be providing. All that need to be mentioned in this job context. Second, risk and hazard involved. So each job will have some risk and hazards, and within office job it is less, but when people are working in field or working in plants or in some production or manufacturing setup, these hazards are numerous. If you are into chemical or fertilizer factory, maybe during production there is some chemical failure. Remember the example of Bhopal gas tragedy. What was that? Huge risk involved, people lost their lives and many people had some serious injuries and some disablements. So you need to define such risk and hazard involved in the job context. Third part, physical and mental potential. So what physical requirements this job needs, any specific height, weight or physical build-up required, and mental potential, any particular key mental skills that are required. Reporting authority, to what that particular job will be reporting to, what will be the hierarchy in the reporting structure. And fifth, judgment, how you will be assessing it. That forms your part of the job context. These were the 5 elements of job context. And now after job content and job context, we come to the third element, which is basically job requirement. What is job requirement, my dear friends? In job requirement, we define what kind of skills or what kind of requirements we have for this particular job. There are 4 job requirements element. First is the educational qualification. So you want an MBA or you want a person with BTech background. In that also specialization. Suppose you are in automobile, you are preferring a candidate who has an MBA and has done his BTech in mechanical. So all that educational qualification you need to maintain. Next, specific skills for that job along with the educational background, any specific skills if you require in that particular person. It can be anything depending upon the job. Third, any particular abilities which are required, and fourth, what are the personal traits required. So these are the 4 elements of your job requirement. Next, after we have defined the methods, after we have defined the job content, context and your job requirement, then we need to collect the data for job analysis. And this data, to collect this particular data, there are 4 particular methods which we need to study. Let us discuss them. First is your method of interview. So in interview, what happens is the person who is carrying out the activity, he conducts the interview. He asks the employees about their work, about their job, about the things that they do, and all that requirements. One-to-one interview takes place and that is documented. That is first part. Now, what can be the pro and con of this? So you are getting to know directly from the person. So it will take place in lesser time. It is a pro. Con can be many times at the time of interview it can happen that person is not able to tell properly. He is actually doing 10 tasks, but at time of interview he is able to tell only 6. So that can be a con to this. So interview can have both pros and cons. Second, questionnaire. In questionnaire, we are not asking directly to a person one-to-one. We are making a questionnaire, standard set of questions, and giving that to various employees. And again, questionnaire can be both your descriptive questionnaire as well as objective questionnaire. In descriptive, person will need to write about it, and in your objective, they will. So as we discussed, in questionnaire we can have both subjective as well as your objective part. Third is observation. In observation, we do not conduct any interview or we don't give out the questionnaires. What we do is we observe, or the person who is carrying out this activity, he actually observes the participants, what they are doing, what actually they are doing. This method will have some cons. One, it will be very time consuming since you are observing. Second, it is also very subjective. At the time of observation, maybe the person is not carrying out that task. See, some are routine activities, some activities person does maybe weekly or monthly. So in observation, on a particular day when you observe, it can happen that person was not doing that activity at all, but it is a part of his job. So observation can give these challenges. And fourth, participants diary and log. Participants diary and log mean you ask a person to maintain his work log, which can be your weekly, monthly, daily, or even hourly, and you study those logs, and basis that you design the job analysis. So friends, these were 4 methods of collecting information of data of job analysis. I hope these are clear to you. Friends, today in today's topic we started the new chapter and we talked about job analysis. In next video, video number 6, we will move to the next part of this chapter, which is your job description and job specification. If you liked our today's content, please like our video, share it, and subscribe our channel Midu Study. And for any feedback, please write to us on our ID midu.study@gmail.com. Thank you friends, take care, have a good day.